Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. And just like I suspected, we had the update last night and nothing new really happened. Wait, that's not entirely true. So here's what did happen. There's a special login bonus to celebrate 26 million downloads. So from today, 9/13, to 10/10, that is almost a month. It's 3 days short of a month, depending on what month it is. It's like 27, 28 days. You are going to get something extra. I don't remember having one of these for a while now. When I say we, I mean I signed up for the game originally. There were a couple of these fairly quickly at the start of when I played, where you'd get your typical login bonus and then there would be an additional login bonus. And it looks like we've got that again. And this one seems longer. It has been a while since we had this, but this one seems a lot longer. I thought the others were like 2 weeks long. Today, we got Darkrai. I have no idea why we would get a Darkrai. It seems really bizarre, and it seems out of left field to me. Nonetheless, everybody got a free EX, so enjoy it. We got a new banner. I did not see this coming. I honestly thought they would just recycle some Pokemon. I was thinking along the lines of Poison, and I wanted to say Poison Psychic was my best guess, but at this point I don't even know if we're going to have a gym in a couple weeks. The banner doesn't seem cohesive to me. Then again, what do I know? I was completely wrong about this whole thing. So what we have is, okay, yes, I realize there are YouTube videos that I could go to and figure out how to pronounce all of these names. And I would probably sound a lot better if I did. The problem is even after I hear them, I have a hard time repeating them. And I still get people saying it's Leon and then Cobalion. So to me, it's kind of like Harry Potter. Somebody made up names, and where you put, whether you say aunt or aunt, if you're in America, that's a relative, it doesn't matter because everybody knows what you're talking about. And so in some of these, I'm going to absolutely trash their names. Hopefully I don't trash them as bad as Spirit Tomb and Spirit Bomb, but I explained what Spirit Bomb was yesterday. I think that holds merit nonetheless. We have Tapu Koko as a new EX figure. We have Vikavolt, and we have Magnezone. We have two new rares, Magnezone and Electrode, and then a couple of 3 UCs. Oricorio, pom-pom style. I kind of want to go to the Bulbapedia and see if there are different styles of Oricorio, because when I get to show you this Pokemon, it's a cheerleader. The funniest thing ever. I opened some boosters. I didn't open a lot. I opened a handful of boosters. You'll see what I got kind of in a minute. But when I saw that, I just about died laughing. Figures available again. Raikou, Seismitoad. So it's a Poison Electric. Everything here is Poison Electric. And then there's others. In your booster packs, they have 10 packs available again. And then the recommended boosters. Going in and looking at what's available in the boosters, and I think, okay, we have Tapu Koko, and apparently there's I want to say 5 different Tapu. So there's a Tapu Electric, which is Koko, and then there's a Tapu Grass, and a couple others. I looked at this last night. I really did, when the leaks came out. But looking at Tapu Koko, the first impression from most people is that Tapu Koko is the premier Pokemon of this banner. It's Electric Fairy with the ability of Electric Surge. This ability is only valid on your turn. This Pokemon can MP move past non-Fairy type Pokemon on the field. When this Pokemon is on the field, your Electric type Pokemon deal plus 30. This effect is not cumulative, meaning it doesn't stack. It removes the sleep condition from Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon. Looking at the wheel in a little more detail, you have an 8 miss and a 4 miss at level 1. A 28 wheel slice of Wild Charge, which is 69. Now, I know that seems like a meme, but it actually serves a very good purpose. This Pokemon gains weight, a dodge, a 32 wheel slice of Quick Attack, which is a 30 attack, and then you have Melee Wish. Melee Wish. And I think is this one of the Aloha Pokemon? Which means Melee Wish. Sounds Hawaiian to me. You may select one of your other Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon is excluded from the duel until the end of the duel. The selected Pokemon gets 3 MP, and when on the field, can use MP move to fly over Pokemon that don't have Soar. What that means is if this opponent attacks or gets attacked, lands on its blue, and your opponent does not land on its blue, then you can choose to banish your own Pokemon, and in its place, make another one of your Pokemon 3 MP, no matter whether it's 0 MP, 1 MP, or 2 MP, it'll become 3 MP, and it'll take over the ability of, not the ability, because it's not Electric Surge, but it'll take over the ability to move past, it'll Ghost. How about that? You'll gain the Ghost ability without calling it Infiltrator. It'll receive the ability to move over Pokemon as long as they're not one of the 3 legendary birds. To me, that makes the legendary birds more valuable. This is a 3 MP runner, and maybe the first viable threat to Mew as a premier runner that we've had in a while. I know Pancham is decent, but this one is better. And the reason for the 69 is because when this Pokemon attacks, it gains plus 30 damage, which means that the 69 becomes 99. You follow me here? It can still knock out Mew. So if you are going to level this, if you're going to put chain levels on this Pokemon, you want to put them all in the 30 quick attack. Now, if you are leveling up this Pokemon, I don't know, the jury's still out for me. I don't know the best way to level this up. The options being, and maybe what people think is the most obvious option would be to level up the 20 slice blue. But the thing is, for me, with Terrakion running around, and I see him a lot more, and you can't do everything based on its counters because everything has a counter, but this is extremely, extremely weak with Terrakion on the field. That's the first downside. The second downside for me to leveling up the blue is going to be, how many times are you going to want to sacrifice one of your Pokemon, even if it does give another one of your Pokemon the ability to move 3 MP, because you already have a Pokemon that can move 3 MP? Really, really the only situation I can see where I'm going to go ahead and banish my own Pokemon is if I have a Pokemon that normally could not reach goal, but with 3 MP can reach the opponent's goal, or can reach my goal when none of my other Pokemon would be able to reach my goal to save from a loss, or taking a 2 MP Pokemon and making it go 3 MP Pokemon that would create a surround sound. Just go ahead and call it a surround sound to knock out the opponent's goalie. Other than that, man, I'm not going to give up one of my Pokemon and be down a Pokemon just so a different Pokemon can have the ability to move freely about the board at level 3. Just my thoughts. That being the case, and what I did, and I've only leveled it up to level 3 because it's going to take me forever to get it to level 5. But I stopped at level 3 and I leveled up the white as a Mew counter. And I can easily take it to level 4 should I decide that either the blue or the gold is actually the direction I want to go with this. So while we are in this Pokemon's infancy, I did 2 on the white and left it so that it's really easy to move up to level 4 where I can change the wheel when we have a little more time with this Pokemon and I have a better feel for it. Too many times I have leveled up Pokemon to level 4 right away and then been stuck there for months because I simply don't have the gold to take the Pokemon all the way to level 5, or maybe it's just a Pokemon that I don't want to invest more resources into to get to level 5, and I did the wrong wheel slice. The next Pokemon, Vikavolt. I will say, people ask me all the time, what's your favorite Pokemon? This Vikavolt looks really cool. If we are going on looks, this one might be my favorite looking Pokemon. Bug Electric, special ability is Spark Noise. When this Pokemon moves from the bench to the field, the Pokemon on the opponent's bench spin. The Pokemon that spin a purple attack gain weight. I can see this being useful. I'm not exactly sure how to implement this, except maybe some kind of a weight win somehow, and it would be like maybe if you have Gengar that has knocked something to do with Gengar or somebody giving weight to your opponent, and they only have one Pokemon on the bench that's ready to come out, and then you did a scoop up with this Pokemon, took it off the field, then brought it back on the field. That Pokemon spins a purple, and then you get the weight win, possibly. Something like that. Very, very niche situation, but, you know, it's just another win condition. Not something I would rely on, but you could use it early game to, if you brought a 3 MP Pokemon out, your opponent brought out a Pokemon to match, and then you bring this guy out, and your opponent rolls purple with their other Pokemon. That might create some kind of an advantage for limiting what they can do as far as countering you. We have a 24 wheel slice of Air Slash, which does 70, and the battle opponent gains weight. 4 dodge, a 32 size Zap Cannon for 100. The battle opponent and the Pokemon in a straight line directly behind it become paralyzed. Those Pokemon gain weight. Again, so maybe your opponent attacks into you, you land Zap Cannon, knock it out, it goes to the PC. All the other Pokemon behind it gain weight. You do scoop up, come back out. The Pokemon that came out of the PC back onto the bench spins a purple. Maybe you get a weight win like that. You know, I'm kind of reaching here, but win conditions are win conditions. Another 4 segment dodge and a 24 segment of Volt Switch. This Pokemon switches with a Pokemon on your bench, which is Emolga. Same ability. Very similar to Parting Shot from the Pan line. So Panchamp and Pangoro. I like this Pokemon. It's just another 100 attacker, which is kind of disappointing. But with its pre-evolution being a bug type, you can use Molting Energy and guarantee the evolution, which is going to give you a 110-80 attack. Possibilities. Definite possibilities there. Magnezone, a 1 MP electric steel with the ability of enhanced core. This Pokemon is on the field. When this Pokemon is on the field, your Pokemon that are both electric and steel type deal plus 20 damage. If this Pokemon has evolved, gains 1 MP. Looking at the wheel, 12 miss, 16 dodge, a 36 wheel slice of flash cannon, which is 100, but when this is on the field, because it is a steel electric, and it has to be steel and electric, it can't be steel or electric. So it's actually doing 120 damage. And it's got a 32 wheel slice, purple, 1-star purple shockwave. The battle opponent and a succession of Pokemon adjacent to it, excluding this one, become paralyzed. Not bad. I have not seen Magnezone in action. I don't have it. But I don't feel like it would be insanely difficult to trigger the evolution. Like, no more difficult than most evolutions, but not as easy as, say, Grovyle or Combusken, which are some of the easier ones to trigger. Magneton, Electric Steel. This Pokemon is not subject to spin-inducing effects of attacks. That is going to be Draco Meteor. That is going to be Land's Wrath. That is going to be Earthquake. This one does not respin. 24 wheel slice of Tri-Attack. If this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes paralyzed, burned, or frozen. Sorry, we're looking at the wheel here. Basically, all of its attacks are Tri-Attacks, 40, 60, and 80 increments. If you use X speed on this Pokemon, they will all turn gold, which makes it, that's where your evolution is probably going to come in, is if you can land one of the white attacks onto your opponent's purple. Other than that, you're kind of 80, 60, 40 is up in the air. Who knows which one you're going to get? Electrode, moving right along. When this Pokemon is knocked out, you may knock out one of your Voltorb on the field and all Pokemon adjacent to it. That could be a weapon of mass destruction, not to use that term lightly. A 4 miss, so at level 5, we're going to have no miss. 44 wheel slice of Shock Blast. The battle opponent spins an attack of 101 or more damage. The battle opponent is knocked out. And Thunderweave is 2-star, 3-star if you get the evolution. The battle opponent becomes paralyzed. Moving on, we have the uncommons, and then we have our boy Oricorio, or I said it right the first time. Oricorio, anyway. It's the pom-pom style. Look at this little cheerleader. If for no other reason, this Pokemon needs to be in your deck just because your other Pokemon need moral support. When this Pokemon is on the field, your electric type gain +1 damage for each electric type on the field. Now we're talking about stacking a lot of damages here. If you have Koko on the board, you have a couple of these, maybe you have a Sableye, maybe you have a Joltik, all of a sudden you've got massive amounts. Well, let's just do some quick math. If you have a Joltik, if you have a couple of cheerleaders on your bench here, and you have Koko and Zap. So Zap we'll do base 100. It's going to be doing 30 extra on your attack from Koko. It's going to be doing another 1, so we're up to 131 for the Joltik. We're going to add this Pom-Pom, which is going to be 132 because this is also electric type. And then the second cheerleader that is rooting for your team is going to make this 130, is going to make your Zapdos doing 133 damage. Not too bad. Air Slash, 50, opponent's doing weight. Welcome Dance. You may move one Pokemon that is on your bench within its MP range. the moved Pokemon gains weight. It does have Roost. It's the first Pokemon I'm aware of that has Roost that's not a legendary bird. And then we have a 12 Myth Slice. There you go. That is basically your new banner. I was completely wrong. Totally and 100% wrong. I did not think the developers would release another big, and I would say this is pretty big. It's not big as far as numbers, but it's pretty big. And I didn't think they would release one like this with new Pokemon after such a major update, a major banner at the beginning of the month. Just goes to show, I can speculate and I can use my best guess, but at the end of the day, who knows? This has already been in a pretty long video, so I'm not going to play a game. I will save that for tomorrow. But one thing that I do want to say is that everybody was just about ready to put the final nail in the coffin on the Cosmo Energy decks. But this Koko Pokemon has completely negated all of that. The reason why people were ready to put the final nail in the coffin, and I didn't think they were gone yet, but they definitely were not the in vogue pick anymore. But what has happened is Malmar being able to sleep all of the Deoxys forms was crippling to Deoxys and Cosmo Energy. And by Malmar being able to pick which Pokemon it wanted to battle, that was crippling for the Cosmo Energy decks. With this Koko Pokemon, it only has to be within 2 steps to unsleep the Pokemon, which in essence makes Malmar not nearly as strong as it was before, and that's really unfortunate. The good news is that the Koko Pokemon can attack into, or if you attack with Koko into Malmar, no, if you attack with Malmar into Koko, the 70 or the 120 can still knock out the 69, but the Cosmo decks got a little bit of life support, and I would not be surprised to see them more frequently and at higher ranks now than we did the past couple weeks. Kind of unfortunate, but not totally unexpected that somehow they would benefit from the utility of Pokemon further down the line, and there will probably be others. That's all the damage that I can do for today. I will try to work on some decks, some synergies. If you have ideas, put them over in my Discord. Let me know. Put a screenshot and tag me on my Discord of a deck with utilizing the new Pokemon. It doesn't have to utilize all of them, or it can be a complete electric deck. I want to see what you guys come up with. The ones that I find most intriguing, maybe I will try to run in a video later this week, probably this weekend. But man, I've got some work to do. You guys have some work to do. There are some Pokemon to try out and new Pokemon to try out. So I'm going to get working on that. And until next time.